Hello everyone, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. I hope all of you are very much healthy, taking care of yourselves, your family, and keeping yourselves neat and clean, sanitizing your surroundings, and not going out unnecessarily. Please stay at home, be safe. So, today's video is for class 2, subject science. I have brought something new for you today. And before we start our video, let us read one beautiful thought. So, our today's thought is it is very easy to defeat someone, but it is very hard to win someone. So, what is the meaning of this thought? The meaning of this thought is that if you want to win someone, you have to be very polite, you have to behave very nicely with them. But if you want to just hurt someone, if you want to speak bad with someone, then it is very easy and that person will feel really bad. But when you behave nicely, you can win someone, means your behavior decides that either you win the person or lose the person. So in short, you should always behave very politely, very nicely with everyone. So in today's lecture, we are going to cover these topics. First one is revision explanation of chapter 1, types of plants. We have already understood types of plants in the previous videos, that is lesson number 1 of your textbook. But today we will revise the lesson. I will explain the lesson again and with better examples so that you can revise your lessons. And after we complete the revision explanation of lesson 1, we will solve the worksheet based on types of plants. After understanding this lesson, we will solve the worksheet based on the same explanation. So, let us start with the explanation of types of plants. So, this is the heading of the lesson, chapter 1, types of plants. In this lesson, what are we going to study and what is this lesson about? Let us look over here. So, in introduction it is written, there are many types of plants around us. So, you can see your house, you can see your school ground, you can see any place, you can see gardens, everywhere you see surroundings, means around you, around the garden, around the house, around the school. What do you see? You see types of plants, you can see trees and you can see many other plants. Plants are of different shapes and sizes, and in plants you can see many shapes and sizes. All the plants are of not equal size. You can see small plants, you can see medium plants, you can see bigger plants. So, the plants are differentiated based on their sizes. See, examples are written over here: big plant, small plant, climber, creeper. So, all these are the types of plants. Big plant is about the size, small plant is also the size of the plant is small. Then climber means it will climb, it will go up, and creeper, it will grow on the ground in parallel to the ground. So these are the types of plants that we are going to study in the lesson. And anywhere around you, you can see all these kinds of plants are there. You just have to look at them carefully and identify the types of the plants. So I am sure after understanding this lesson, you will be able to identify the types of the plants around you, and you will be able to name them. So, you will learn about what? In this lesson, you will learn about number 1, types of plants. What are the types of the plants? Like I said, creepers, climbers, small plants are there, big plants. So, all the types of plants you will learn about in this lesson. And second point is that parts of the plants. After learning the types of the plants, we will go in detail that what are the different parts of the plants, like what is the plant made up of. For example, I can say seed, stem, fruit, root, leaf, all these are parts of the plant. So after understanding this, we will go to the next topic, that is parts of a plant. And number 3, that is green plants make their own food. So in this lesson, we will also understand that plants of green color, they can make their own food. And how can they make their own food? Plants do not have hands or legs. but they can make their own food with the help of sunlight, air, water, etc. They need all these things and they can make their own food, because plants are also living like human beings. Plants also have life, so they need food to grow. So how do they grow their own food? How do they make their own foods? That also we will study in this lesson. So today let us start with this first topic. We will cover this first topic today, that is types of plants. So before we begin, I would like to show you some images. So as you can see on your screen, there are the images of big and small plant. So what are the plants? Before we understand what is a big plant and a small plant, I would like to tell you what are plants. The plants which are around us everywhere. So we see different types of plants around us. Plants are living things. They breathe and grow like human beings. They also reproduce. Most of the plants grow on land, on earth. Some plants grow in water. Plants are very useful to us. In many ways we can use plants for many different things. Some plants are big and strong, and some plants are small and weak. Now see, what are big plants? So tall, big and strong plants are called trees. As you can see over here, trees. So small, it is not small, but it is tall, big and strong. So it is called a tree. They have many branches. Can you see? So many branches are there of one tree. There are so many branches. They stand erect, means they stand straight, as you can see in the picture. Trees have strong stem. What is the stem? The stem is the part of the plant. It is the part of the tree where you can see the leaves hanging. So we will understand what is stem in detail. So trees have strong stem because they are big plant. And the stem of the tree is called the trunk. This part, which is the strongest part, this part is called the trunk. It is very strong part. Trees are used for giving us shade, fruit and wood. We can get so many things from the trees. Then peepal tree, banyan tree, coconut tree, etc. are big plants. These are the examples of big plants. And in the further lecture, I will also show you the images of all these trees. Then what are small plants? Small plants are smaller than trees. As you can see, it is very small. So small plants are smaller than trees. Their stems are thinner and weaker. As you can see, the stem is very thin compared to the stem of the trees. It is very thin and very weak. Weak means it is opposite of strong. Here the stem is strong, here it is weak. It can be broken easily. They need lesser space to spread. Can you see the space? The space which is occupied is very less, and here the trees are occupying a lot of space. So the small plants occupies very less space, and they are not very tall. Can you see over here? It is there over here in the vase. It is very small in size. They are not very tall, whereas these trees are very, very tall. So the size of the big plants are bigger than the small plants. And the examples are shrubs, herbs, climbers, creepers. All these are examples of small plants. And I will also show you the images of a small plant in the further lecture. So now let us begin with the reading. So here let us see the introduction. What are plants? Because our lesson is based on plants and its types. So first we need to know what are plants. We see different kinds of plants around us, right? Like I told you, around the school ground, around your house, around the garden, anywhere you see different kinds of plants will be there around you. You will see different colors. Each plant differs from other plant in size, shape, color, smell, place of growth, etc. So here you can see the plants are of different color, different shapes, different sizes, and they grow differently. Some occupy bigger space, some occupy smaller space, and the colors and the smell of some plants is very good, and some plants do not have a smell at all. Then plants grow on land as well as in water. I told you before in the beginning of the lecture that there are different kinds of plants. Some grow on the land, on the floor, on the ground, and some grow in the water, inside the rivers, inside the seas. So based on that, plants are of different types. They grow in cold places and hot places too. So the places can be hot or cold, means the temperature. In summer it is very hot, in winter it is very cold. So there are different types of plants. Some plants need cold atmosphere, some plants need hot atmosphere for growing. So based on that also, plants are of different categories. Plants can be classified into these following categories. Now we will see different kinds of plants and different kinds of categories of plants. And before we see different categories of plants, I would like to tell you something about plants which is not written over here. Plants are very useful to us and we get many things from plants such as food, wood, paper, etc. Most of our food that we eat comes from plants. Do you know that the food we eat every day, you eat food, we need food to live, right? So every day the food which we eat comes from plants. And which are the fruits that comes from plants? For example, the food like fruits, vegetables, cereals, pulses, etc. And we also eat roots, leaves, stems, flowers and fruits. We eat all these things and we get all these things from the plants. Now let us see the categories of plants. So in this lesson we will see types of plants are: number 1, climbers, creepers, then herb, shrub, trees. These are the types of plants that we are going to study in this chapter. And there are also other kinds of plants: wild plants, weeds and grasses, and water plant are also called aquatic plant. So all these are the types of the plants. As this chart shows, these are the 4 categories of plants. So in this lesson, as I told you, we will study climbers, creepers, herb, shrub and trees. So let us begin with the first one. So as you can see on your screen, first type of plant that we are studying today is a tree. Trees are big, tall and strong plants. They are very big and they are also tall, and they are very strong plants. They are not weak at all. They have thick, brown and woody stem called trunk. The bottom part, it is called the trunk, and it is of brown color and it is made of wood. They have many branches that bear leaves, flowers and fruits. Now the trees have different branches, the different parts. You can say the hands of the trees, like we have 2 hands. Trees have so many hands and that are called branches. And what is there on the branches? We see leaves, we see flowers, and we can also find the fruits on the branches of the trees. We like to eat fruits and that we get from the trees. Then there are roots that are thick and strong roots. The roots of the tree that are underground. The root of the tree is the main thing, because the tree is strong because of the root. If the root is strong, then the tree is strong. The base of the tree is called the root, and it is thick and strong. It is very strong. It is not easily breakable. And trees usually live for many years. The lifespan of the tree is very big as compared to human beings. Trees have a longer lifespan. For many years they can live. And examples of the trees are given over here: Neem, pine, mango, Peepal, Banyan, coconut, etc. So there are different kinds of trees we see around us, and these are the few examples. So would you like to see the pictures of these trees? I have brought some very interesting pictures of the trees and very interesting facts about those trees. The names are written over here, and when I show you the images, I am sure you will be able to identify the tree which is around you. So let us see the images of the trees now. So as you can see on your screen, this is the image of a banyan tree. Now do you want to know about banyan tree? Okay, I will tell you what is a banyan tree. So the banyan is the national tree of India. It is also called Indian banyan. And one you can find banyan trees throughout the Indian nation. We can find banyan tree over parts of India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and they represent the largest trees in the world by canopy coverage. The name Banyan is derived from Banyas, who rested under the trees to discuss their ideas. So Banyas used to sit, means the shopkeeper, but Banyas used to sit under the banyan tree for resting, and that's why the name Banyan has derived from that Banyas. The leaves of the banyan trees are large, leathery, and glossy green. The leaf bud is covered by two large scales. See the size, its size and leafy shelter are valued in India as a place of rest and reflection. People sit under the banyan tree to take rest because it is a huge tree. It also protects from the hot sun. This is the reason why the tree is planted near homes, temples, villages, and roadsides. You will see these trees in all these places. And in Indian country, we can see that the people worship this tree. It has a religious importance, especially for Hindus. It is very important because it is also known as Bargat ka ped, and people worship this tree. It is for a good luck. And in many parts of the world, banyan tree's bark is used for making paper. We can also make paper with the bark of this banyan tree. The fruits of the banyan tree are edible and very nutritious, very healthy fruits we can get from this tree. And we can also use for the skin irritation. For skin diseases also, this is very useful. For medical value, doctors will suggest to use banyan tree herb to treat, and many diseases can be cured with the help of this tree. So I hope you know what is a banyan tree, and whenever you see the banyan tree around you, now you will be able to identify it easily. Now the next kind of tree, as you can see on your screen, it is a neem tree. So do you want to know about the neem tree? I will tell you what is a neem tree. This is also a kind of tree. Neem tree is a medical tree. It is a medicinal tree, means it is used for different kinds of medicines. Neem is used as an Ayurvedic medicine for treatment of many diseases. It is useful for skin disorders. For any skin diseases, doctors will suggest to use neem plant for the treatment. And our immunity of the body, you can also increase the immunity of the body using the neem tree, and it helps to reduce dandruff from the head. Some people have dandruff, especially in the winter season. That white color dandruff is there on our head, and you can remove that dandruff if you use neem plant. Neem also helps to keep mosquitoes away, right? At night we see there are so many mosquitoes biting you, so mosquito bites are there and we are unable to sleep. So to keep mosquitoes away, instead of using mosquito repellent, we can also use neem. And it is also used for some ear boils, for some treatment of ears. So these are the uses of the neem tree. Now let us move to the next tree. Now this is one of the favorite trees of the children and also my favorite tree. So which tree is this? This is a mango tree. Can you see so many mangoes over here? Yes, so let me tell you about mango tree. Mango is the national fruit of India. Mango is the king of fruits. It is very sweet and delicious fruit. There are more than 100 varieties of mangoes in our country. Summer is the season when Indians wait for the king of fruits. The whole year we wait for summer. When summer season comes, we can eat mango fruits. So we eagerly wait for summer season. Mango juice is the world's favorite juice. The juice made out of these mangoes which come from these trees, that juice is the favorite juice of the world. Then which vitamins can we get? We can get vitamins A, C and D from mango. So these are the usefulness of mango tree. It is used in different ways. So our first topic in the types of plants, that is shrub. We have already done trees. Now shrubs. Shrubs are small to medium size woody plants and may grow up to height of 5 to 6 meters. They are smaller than trees. They are highly branched from the base of the stem. They have many thin brown and woody stems. They are called bushes. Shrubs are usually they live for a few years, not for many years. Examples are rose, hibiscus, jasmine, tulsi, cotton, etc. So this is the information about shrubs. So what is the size of the shrubs? These are the plants of medium size and woody plants. Wood is there inside the plants. And what is the height? 5 to 6 meters of height is there. And shrubs cannot grow longer than this height. And they are smaller than trees. See, we saw many trees like Banyan, Neem, mango, but shrubs are really smaller in size compared to trees. And they are highly branched from the base of the stem. So you can see the branch from the base. The branches are longer. Then they have many thin, brown and woody stems. So the stems are of brown color and very thin. They are also called bushes. So we can also call them bushes. And they live for a few years, means not so many years. So and the examples of the shrubs are rose, hibiscus, jasmine, tulsi, cotton. Now we would see the examples, we would see the pictures of these shrubs, and I will tell you the detailed information about those pictures. So as you can see on your screen, this is the picture of hibiscus. This is a plant and is known as shrub. So do you want to know about hibiscus? Okay, I will tell you. Bees, butterflies, hummingbirds are the main insects that sit on hibiscus flowers. Hibiscus is also known as a shoe flower because in China people use this to polish shoes. Then a paste can be made. You know the paste can be made out of the leaves of hibiscus, and flowers can be used as homemade shampoo. You can also use these flowers as homemade shampoo. And hibiscus tea is also made. And why do we make tea from hibiscus? Because to prevent tension and blood pressure. The elderly people, they have blood pressure problem. So the hibiscus tea is also helpful for preventing blood pressure and also for the sugar level. It is also good for those who have sugar level. We can keep our liver healthy with the help of hibiscus. And we can also get vitamin C from hibiscus. So these are the usefulness of hibiscus plant, and it is a type of shrub. Now let us look at another type of shrub. Here is the image of a tulsi plant. Tulsi plant is seen in the house of many people, and it is also a type of shrub, and it is very small plant with woody stems. So do you want to know about tulsi plant? This is a tulsi plant and it has a healing power. It is also called holy basil in English. It can be useful for fever and common cold. It can just reduce all the diseases, and it can also be useful for cough, for sore throat. If anyone has respiration problem, breathing problem, they can also use this tulsi plant. And for kidney stone, people use this tulsi plant. Even for heart disorder, the people those who have heart problem, even for them tulsi is very good. Then stress, those who have lot of tension, lot of work pressure, even for them tulsi is very good. Then if you have something like mouth infection, if something your mouth has infection inside, in that also this is very useful. And other uses are insect bites. If an insect bites, your skin can be repaired with tulsi plant. Then teeth disorder, and also for headache, if you have a lot of headache, then also tulsi plant can be used. For eye disorder, someone who cannot see properly or has a low capacity to visualize the things, even for them tulsi plant is used. And it can also be used for skin disorders and many other things. So tulsi plant is the most useful plant among the shrubs, and it has a lot of religious value for Hindus. Tulsi plant is very good to be grown in our houses. It brings prosperity and happiness in the house. So here you can see the image of the rose plant. This rose plant is of red and many other colors. It looks very beautiful. So what are the uses of rose plants? Rose plants are best known as ornamental plants grown for their flowers in the garden and sometimes also indoors. People also grow these plants inside their house. And other uses of rose plants are for medical properties, which makes it very useful as blood purifier. It will purify your blood, it will clean your blood, and it can also be used for any other Ayurvedic treatment. As you can see over here, all the roses feature soft petals. They are very soft and their stems are loaded with thorns. You can see very thorns, sharp thorns are there, which can even cut your hand. So you have to be very careful while plucking out flowers. And roses, there are several different sizes, from tiny tea roses to large varieties. So from small size to bigger size, there are many types of roses, and they can inhabit your garden as a shrub or as a climbing plant that is trained to scale many heights. So roses come in different sizes and colors. Then the next type of plant we are learning today is a herb. What is the herb? Herbs are very small and weak plants. So as compared to trees, these plants are weak and very small. They have thin, green and soft stem. So the stem on which the leaves grow, that is called the stem, the standing stem from where the leaves come out. So the stem are very soft, not hard. They usually live for 3 to 4 months. So the lifespan is very short, not even a year. Only 3 to 4 months is the lifespan. It can be used as medicines or to add flavor to food. You can add flavor to the food and the food will become delicious with the help of the herb. So it will make the food tasty. They are mostly known for their smell, which is pleasant and amazing. So the smell of the herb is very amazing. It is very, very delicious smell. And because of that, they are well known everywhere. Banana plant is the world's largest herb. So in herbs, you know the banana plant. Banana, we all eat bananas. And have you seen the plant of banana? It is the largest herb in the world. Then examples are mint, coriander, spinach, rosemary, etc. These are the examples of herbs. And after reading the examples, now we also know that banana is the largest herb in the world. Now, after reading the information, let us see the pictures of some herbs and some information about them. So these are the examples of, and these are very different types of herbs that you see in the nature. See, mint, coriander, spinach, right? So mint is rich in nutrients. It could improve your brain function and also the digestion can be improved with the help of mint. Same way, what is coriander? These are also green vegetables. So coriander is used for medicine, for digestion problems like stomach is upset or any other diarrhea problem and internal gas problem. Also coriander is very, very helpful if you eat it during indigestion problem. So this is also a type of herb. What is this? Spinach. Many children like to eat spinach. It gives a lot of energy. It will boost up your power. And now what is the information about it? Spinach is a vegetable. The leaves are used for food and also to make medicine. As a medicine, spinach is used to treat stomach and any other gas problems. It is also used for the blood builder. So the blood can be built up using spinach. So all these three, as you can see, the green vegetables are there. It will boost up your stomach. It will give lot of energy, also improve your digestion. So these are the herbs. So what did we study today? In today's topic, we saw that explanation of lesson 1, types of plants, and in these types of plants, we saw which are the different types of plants: trees, shrubs, and herbs. Now let us also solve the worksheet based on it. So number 1 MCQ, Big and tall plants are called trees, herbs, or shrubs. So, big and tall plants are trees. First one, correct. Then, next one, number two. Number two is plants having weak stems which grow along the ground are called dash. So, the plants which grow along the ground are called creepers. So, we will cover that topic in the next lecture. And number three, which of the following part of the plant gives support to the plant? The bottom part of the plant, which is inside the ground, and it makes it stronger. So, what is that part? Roots. Yes, correct answer. Then number four, last MCQ. Which of the following is not a shrub? We have learned shrubs like rose, tulsi, hibiscus. So, which of the following is not a shrub? Which is not in shrub? So, rose is there, hibiscus is there, and only the remaining option is number B. Apple. Apple is not a shrub. So, in today's lecture, we understood the types of plants, trees, shrubs, herbs, and we'll continue in the next lecture. Also, we solved the worksheet that are MCQs based on the types of plants. So, all of you take care of yourselves. Until then, goodbye and have a blessed day.